Today's in-class exercise, we are going to draw a simple to-scale woodshed. Click on the simple template in inches. Use the rectangle tool. First click on the ground and drag your mouse toward right, and then input 12 feet, 8 feet. Enter. We get a footprint of the shed, 12 by 8 feet. Use the push-pull tool. One click on the rectangle. Pull it up. Input 8 feet. Enter. Use this tape measure tool. Click on the bottom edge and pull it up. This dashed line is a guideline. Hold down the Shift key to lock this direction, and then input. You can release the Shift key and then input 6 feet 4 inches. Enter. Use the line tool to connect this top endpoint to this intersection. Use the push-pull tool. Click on this triangle, and then move your mouse all the way to the left, outside the box. One click to get rid of that triangle shape. Use the eraser to erase this guideline. Use the offset tool right here. Click on this rectangle shape. One click, and then move your mouse outside. And then I'm going to input 12. Enter. The default unit for this template is inches. So when I input 12 without the apostrophe mark, it means 12 inches, the default unit. Use the push-pull tool. One click on this inside rectangle and pull it up. Input 8, enter, that's 8 inches. Double click on this surrounding edge area with the push-pull tool. Double click, which will match the height of the inside. Double click means you repeat the last action you just did. Okay, I'm going to clean some lines at the top. I don't need those. This overhang roof looks a little bit funky, tilted toward forward. Let's fix it. Use the line tool from this top endpoint. Draw a line along the blue axis until it touches the bottom edge right here, and click. Use the push-pull tool. Push and then drag it to the back to erase this triangle shape. Now it looks right. Let's do the same fix for the back. Use line tool. One click here. Along the blue axis, you can hold on the Shift until it touches the top edge, and use the push-pull tool. Click on this small triangle. Move your mouse to the right and click somewhere outside the box. All right. Use the rectangle shape. From this, you just move. Oops. Click on the rectangle shape. Move your mouse along the bottom edge. Start from the midpoint and pull your mouse up right and input 30,70, which means this half of the door is 2 foot 6 inches wide and then 70 inches high. Use the Select tool, double-click the whole thing to select all the edges and the face, and use the Move tool. Hold down the Control key to make a copy. First click at this endpoint, second click at this endpoint to make a copy. Use the tape measure tool again. Click on the top edge of the door and pull this up along the blue axis. Input 6, enter. And do it again, pull it up, 12, enter. Do the same thing from the left edge of the front wall, 12, enter. Click on this right edge and pull it, pay attention along the red axis, 12, enter. So this guideline intersection defines the area for my window. I use the rectangle tool to draw a shape from that intersection to this intersection. Okay, let's zoom in. I'm going to use the line tool to divide this rectangle into 4. So if you click at the midpoint and draw a line to the top, the first midline divide the whole long line into 2, and then so you can find this midpoint and then that midpoint. Okay, let's add some details. I'm going to use the offset tool, offset maybe 2 inches, and then again 1 divided by 2, ½ inch. Use your select tool, select this line here, hold down Shift key to select this line, and use your Move tool, hold down the Control key, first click right here, and pull it all the way along the red axis until the end here. So which means I copy 2 lines from here to here. Without touch any other tools or do anything else, I immediately type in /5, which means we'll divide that panel into 5 smaller panels. Go ahead to clean this window. You can use the select tool, hold down Shift key, or do that. Oh no. And press delete to delete it. Or you can use your eraser just to click to erase things. You need a little bit practice to click on the right thing. Okay, I think that is good. So I'm going to use the select tool to select. Notice I start from the top left corner and include everything in this window, and then use the Move tool, hold down Control key, first click here, second right here to make a copy. Then without doing anything, I'm going to input in the measurement box 3x, which means 3 times. I copied the window 3 times. Let's do something to the door as well. Use the offset to offset inward 4, enter 4 inches. Draw a diagonal door, line from this corner to this. I need some space between the triangles. So I'm going to use the guideline again. Use the tape measure tool. Click on this shape and pull it until you see, hold down the down arrow. Oh no. So I guess it's on edge. Two inches, 2 enter. And then do the same thing to the left, 2 enter. Use the line tool to connect these intersections of the guideline with the border framing. And use the eraser, click at the really corner to delete everything I don't need. I'm going to delete the guidelines as well. Okay, so double click this triangle, hold down Shift, double click this one. Use the Move tool, hold down the Control key. First click here, second click here to make a copy. So right click and use the flip along red direction to flip that panel to make it like a mirrored image from the right. Okay, so I'm adding some decoration lines right here, right here. Yeah, I'm going to paint darker color in between these two lines. And also use the guideline again from right edge inward 4 inches. No, this doesn't look like 4 inches. And click this one. Pay attention to the along red axis, 4 inches, enter. And use the line tool to draw intersection from top to bottom, from top to bottom. So I'm going to paint darker area right here. Okay, so you see these guidelines a little bit messy right here. So I'm going to, you can either use the eraser to erase it, just like you did with other things, or you can select them and right click to erase or hide it. Oh, there's a easier way, just click on View, uncheck the guides to hide all the guidelines. If you need them back, you can check it again. So if you finish working, you just uncheck that one. Let's put on some material to look at it. So I'm still going to use the color first, simplest color, maybe a gray tone. So use your middle swirl wheel to orbit around, maybe top, and choose a darker color to paint on the trim and the frame area. Click, click. You can also paint the window before you copy them, which probably make it a little bit easier. Orbit and paint. Now I'm going to click on this drop-down menu and then a glass mirror. I'm going to use the blue one, blue glass, zoom in to paint the window, turning it into a transparent material You can see the back wall right there. Okay. So now I think I finished a very simple shed. You can always add as many as details you like. Practice using the guide or like some inference lines to make it nicer. The more details, the more realistic it looks like. But I'm going to stop here. Okay, always remember to click on save the file. Okay, and click on save. I already have one, so I just click save as. That's it for today.